What's up, everyone? Welcome to Breaking Tables. I'm your host, Alex, and today we've got a big show. We're going to be wrapping up our Combine series covering day 4 of the NFL Combine, which is offensive linemen. And we're going to start off with the Arizona State offensive tackle, Max Iheanachor. He possesses the ideal offensive tackle frame at 6'6", 321 pounds, and nearly 34-inch arms. And he killed it at the Combine, running a 4.91 40, which was third in his entire class. All of that testing resulted in a 9.87 relative athletic score, scoring 20th in comparison to over 1,500 offensive tackles since 1987. Overall, he possesses really good movement skills and surprisingly good footwork. Add that to his surprisingly good Combine and Senior Bowl performance, and you have yourself a late day 1, early day 2 prospect. Now for some things that Iheanachor needs to work on. He's very raw when it comes to his pass protection. He has wide hands that can lead to holding, and his pad level isn't always the best. And lastly, you'd expect a guy that's 6'6", 321 pounds to be a little stronger than he is, but hopefully as his technique improves, he can utilize that power a little more. And here are some fits for the offensive tackle out of Arizona State. First, the Philadelphia Eagles, picking at 23. You have Jordan Mailata at left tackle, but at right tackle, you have Lane Johnson, who turns 36 this year. You can groom Iheanachor behind Lane Johnson for 1 year and then have him the starter in 2027. A similar situation with the San Francisco 49ers picking at pick 27. You have your two tackles. You have Trent Williams at left tackle. He turns 38 this year. And then you have Colton McKivitz. Max Iheanachor is a great ball of clay to mold for a guy like Kyle Shanahan, and then can step in full-time as that left tackle if Trent Williams decides to leave next year. And lastly, you have the Kansas City Chiefs picking at 29, the pick they acquired from the Trent McDuffie trade. Now, they just released Jawan Taylor. You have Jalen Moore as your starting right tackle right now. I think everyone knows they're going to make some moves come draft day. Max Iheanachor is a perfect fit for a team like KC, who love their big offensive tackles. And next up, we've got Chase Bisontis, the offensive guard out of Texas A&M, standing tall at 6'5", 315 pounds, a very, very good frame for a guard. Another guy that had a much-needed combine performance, running a 5.02 40-yard dash, 29 reps on the bench press, that's 4th in the entire class, nearly 32-inch arms. Now, I don't think that's anything to worry about because he is playing guard. And lastly, that 9.85 RAS score. He presents himself as one of the top talents at guard entering the draft. Great technique, very active hands, very strong, and great athleticism. Not really anything that you can knock him for other than his sloppy footwork at times. Sometimes he gets some happy feet. But besides that, the guy's very, very solid. Let's just hope that arm length isn't an issue. I don't think it will be, but it's important to keep tabs on that. Despite his great testing and skill, he is a guard after all, so he won't be going in round 1. He heads into the draft as a day 2 talent, could go anywhere from early to late round 2. And the first team I want to talk about is Buffalo. You let your left guard of 2 years, David Edwards, walk to the Saints on a 4-year deal. And now you just have Alec Anderson. You brought him back this offseason on a 1-year, $3 million deal. He could certainly be the Bills starter come week 1 at left guard, but he could also be the backup. He's been the backup for every position of the offensive line the last couple of years, a very, very solid player. And maybe they want him back at that backup spot. And I know Buffalo don't have a second round pick because they gave it to the Bears for DJ Moore. But I think the most likely scenario on draft day is that Buffalo trade out of the first round. And if they take Bisontis in the second round, that is a very, very good offensive line. You're talking about 2024 Buffalo Bills offensive line. They came off a little bit of a rough year last year. I really hope to see them bounce back, and Chase Bisontis would certainly help that. The next team I want to talk about is the Las Vegas Raiders. Their interior offensive line looks like this right now. You have left guard Jordan Meredith, a solid backup last season, filled in a lot due to the injury of Alex Kappa, but then when Kappa came back, he went back to his backup spot. So right now you have a backup starting at left guard. You sign your center Tyler Linderbaum to a 3-year, $81 million deal, highest paid center, and then you have your right guard Jackson Powers Johnson, former center out of Oregon, a very, very solid player. If you add Bisontis at left guard, that could be one of the best interior offensive lines in the entire league. And lastly, the Pittsburgh Steelers. You let your left guard Isaac Seumalo go to the Arizona Cardinals this offseason, and now you just have Spencer Anderson. He is not your starter on week 1. All right, and the last player we'll be talking about in this video, Logan Jones, the center out of Iowa, 6'3", 299 pounds. You thought Max Iheanachor and Chase Bisontis did well? Logan Jones took it up to another level, running a 4.9 flat, first overall in his entire class. He finished with a 9.56 RAS score and measured in at 31-inch arms. And a lot of you guys might be saying that's a little short. Yes, it's a little short. But guess who else has 31-inch arms? Tyler Linderbaum, another center out of Iowa. Entering the NFL draft, Logan Jones presents himself as a very intriguing prospect. He does everything really well. He's got great technique, very active hands, great footwork, great movement skills, and athleticism. Not really anything you can knock him for other than the fact that he's 299 pounds, a little light, and his arm length. But at the end of the day, he's a center. He's not a tackle. So I'm going to look at things like movement skills as opposed to his arm length. As long as he's above 30 inches, he's going to be fine in the NFL. After his combine performance, it's very hard to see a way where he slips out of round 3. I really think that the latest he goes is round 3, and maybe even late round 2, we could see a team make a move. And that's all I have for you guys today. I know this video is a little short, but I wanted to cover a couple offensive linemen on day 4. That way we can wrap up this little mini series, but I'm not done. Until the draft's over, it's going to be all draft from here on out. So if you guys have any prospects you guys want me to break down or talk about, please let me know in the comments, and I'll see you guys soon. Take care. Go Bills.